I'm going to keep this short and to the point because it's all been said before by far more eloquent people than me.
But our words have no impact upon you. Therefore, I'm going to talk to you in a language that you understand. Our words are dead until we give them life with our blood.
What you have to do is stand well clear of the yellow line.
Did you see the news last night? They shot another one down. Whoa, does it even matter? Why?
London in summer is a horror story. The underground is a cauldron. The shopping centres are brutalised. There's no such thing as air conditioning.
Anarchy on the streets of England. Noises of riots, of sirens, helicopters, shouts.
There's something that I feel is about to happen in Tottenham, and I want to see whether I can help stop it. I felt an unrest. There were too many telltale signs. Speaking to the community, there was just an annoyance. People were annoyed.
Did you see the news last night? They shot another one down. Whoa, does it even matter? Why?
It slows down and then they catch me. They push me to the ground and then one of them stamps on my face. He holds my face there with his foot. You fucking pikey, thick fucking cunt. You're so dead. You're so fucking dead.
There's been a long history of gun offence, and even more importantly, a long history of death by the police. You know, that goes way back. There's a furious relationship there, a long history, it's all there, it's all documented. Don't. Please don't, please, don't.
I was on Twitter at the time, and my train was on London. I saw that Mark Duggan had been shot. Rest in peace, Mark Duggan, R.I.P. It was a couple of hours later, and I saw that we were going to protest the next day.
He was gunned down in the streets.
It just didn't make sense.
Did you see the news last night? They shot another one down. Whoa, does it even matter? Why?
What would you think if I found the one white guy who preached death to all Muslims and said that's what all white people thought?
You want them to change their minds, you have to talk to them. They won't do it willingly because they don't trust you. But yes, you have to talk to terrorists.
We didn't speak the language. Our clothing was different. At school, no one, not even teacher spoke to me. I'm left in the corner, alone.
It's born out of that same frustration, that same sense of being dispossessed and marginalised. And that was what makes them feel compelled to do something about it.
Nobody should be throwing bombs around. I can't understand why people don't get that.
I get on with terrorists on both sides because I treat them as human beings. Talking to terrorists is the only way to beat them.
Solipsist.
I'm not in the least bit solipsistic.
There are very strict limits on how much their individual identities matter, and that in its own way is a bit of a shock because you're told, really, that you don't matter as a person.
Are you crying? What? I couldn't tell if you're laughing or crying.
The police do have a role to play, and the criminal justice system has a role to play. They have to leave a very strong signal that first and foremost, the criminal justice system will be there should you make the conscious decision to transgress it.
I think it's terrible what the news have said about me. They made it look like I'm a disruptive teenager. The public seemed to automatically place me in an unnamed category for thick, low-lived individuals, which is not me at all.
It is undeniably the case that there are people who, if they have the opportunity to do so, will engage in consequence-free violence and destruction.
The media has no social conscience because there's a commercial responsibility. And so the definition of the British public leaves me wondering who defines that view.
I just haven't even had the chance to speak for myself.
This is all spilled out of my head, really. Nothing terribly edifying or original, or with any particular meaning. But I thought I'd tell you anyway, since you're interested.
This is lovely, thank you. I can't understand why there are tears pouring down the sides of my cheeks. This makes absolutely no sense to me at all.
Did you see the news last night? They shot another one down. Whoa, does it even matter why? Or is it all?
It does look as if terror groups have a dynamic. They always start with a radical thinker, a dreamer, a proper intellectual with a sense of history and a grievance.